We were raised by a single mother. When I was about 4 years old, our house burned down. Insurance didn't cover paying off that mortgage. So fortunately, my mom was a nurse and she was able to work a ridiculous amount of hours, some 80 hours a week, and pay off that mortgage while still finding us another place to live. So I've been fortunate to have a lot of really good role models in my life. Obviously, my mom being at the top of that list.
Okay. When a file is good, why rock the boat when my child support's low? Yes. Okay. We know who it was filed by.
She always very passionately said, I'm going to be an attorney. And she'd look at me with dead set eyes, and I 100% believed her. And not only just becoming an attorney, but actually being a good attorney that is going to make a difference. Erin's passion sets the bar for everyone else in our office. So we're at home on a Saturday night, it's 8 o'clock, Erin's phone starts buzzing. It says a lot of our staff who's feverishly working to prepare for the cases that we're going to handle that next week. They share Erin's passion, and it's contagious, and it's been spreading through our firm.
All right, thanks for staying so late. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. I love doing family law. I feel like I really help people every day. I feel like we really make a difference for people, and I feel like families are benefited from the work we do. I started this firm with $2,500 in my bank account, and in the course of a year, I've helped over 200 families find a way to get through the turmoil that they're experiencing. I'm Erin Morse, and I'm here to help your family find your new normal.
Am I muted?
Testing.
Your headphones, I just want to.
Muted. How about I go to the sound?
Should be muted.
Testing. Testing. No, it's still echoing.
How is it?
I have no clue. Oh, I got it. There we go. I fixed it.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet. But now my mic's muted. Is that okay?
Yeah, because,
Great.
yeah, you're good.
Just say yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a brand new episode of Legal Morse of Action. My name is Patricio, and as always, I am joined by attorney Erin Morse. How you doing, Erin?
So good. How are you?
I am full. Thank you so much for the burger.
Oh, you're welcome.
You had a little bit of an odd combination of lunch.
Why?
Uh,
It's only you who thinks it's odd. I'm just kidding. Why is it odd?
No, I mean, I know, because you know what? Scratch all that. It was a perfectly fine, normal
It's okay. You can call it odd. I ain't mad at you. No one's offended.
apple pie and nuggets
Yeah.
and a shamrock shake.
Yeah.
That's just all over the place.
Banging. It was so good. I was really, really pleased with it, actually.
No, I can't say stuff because usually I'm making a quesadilla at 1:30 in the morning while watching Star Wars, so I can't judge.
Yeah, I definitely, march to the beat of my own drum.
So we are back. It is Thursday. We said January, April 15th.
It's because I said January. I was reading a court order, and I'm like, the return
It's stuck in my
hearing
head.
date is January. I meant June. I meant June.
No, I had the same thing happen to me earlier when I was talking with Dee Dee, our new receptionist, about a case, and she was telling me something about Kissimmee, and at that point, my girlfriend had messaged me, and she's like, "Are you in Sanford?" I'm like, "No, I'm in Kissimmee." She had just seen a Snapchat that I sent her yesterday when I was in Sanford at the Sumner County Courthouse,
Oh,
and then I'm like, "Wait, why did I say I'm in Kissimmee?" It just got stuck in my head. So hearing something like right there, boom, I thought it was January 15th. I'm losing my mind slowly but surely.
I think we all are.
You've had an interesting week, right?
Have I? I don't.
Behind,
Are we still in the week? Is it Friday?
I honestly like. I want this week to be over. I know it's bad to say, but I kind of just want to just not.
I have a really crazy week. I don't know. I'm so tired.
You've had some odd not odd hearings. I keep saying odd. You've had some wild hearings this week,
Yeah.
and we have another one going on tomorrow.
Yeah.
And this is actually
Tomorrow's gonna be crazy.
and tomorrow's actually in person, not virtually.
In person. I'd like to complain about that.
And the thing is, like the court and you and opposing, everyone has the functionality to be able to work. I mean, to do this hearing from the comfort of your own office.
We have attorneys on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I really think the court should allow us to do virtual hearings if there are attorneys on both sides. I really, really do.
And this is and I'm not giving any full details on it, but it's for an injunction, right? Mm-hmm. Why do the courts here in Florida allow in-person injunction hearings and not in-person other hearings?
I think that the court does this because their concern is that if a person doesn't have an attorney, it's almost because injunctions often can be analyzed akin to criminal cases.
Mm-hmm.
Because a part of your liberty is being taken away, your liberty to exist or be somewhere or use your, First Amendment right of freedom of speech to speak to somebody.
Yeah.
So I think they take it more serious and want to make sure that there's enough access to courts and people's availability to show up. That's what I've got.
I have no idea why I was thinking the First Amendment and the Fifth Amendment right now. I'm like, wait, what? Why would you invoke yourself? No. Derek Shelton, my bad.
Freedom of speech, sir.
There's a crazy trial going on in Maryland right now.
Yeah.
And closing. Both the defense. The defense rested today, and they're going into deliberation. No, closing arguments on Monday. So, do you feel like we might have a verdict by the end of next week with that?
When is closing arguments?
Monday.
I don't know. I don't know how this jury could go with that. It might take them some time, because I think that this is unfortunately a case that really could be polarizing,
Mm-hmm.
rightly or wrongly, right?
Yeah, it's been a year in the making. Yeah. I hate to put it like that, but it's been a year in the making, and it's kind of like all of America just like.
But as you know, that's a normal time frame for a criminal case.
Fair.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Right. Some of these can go on for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Especially if counsel doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
Ha 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 ha. It's a dig at someone.
Oh, totally a dig at him. He doesn't watch the show, nor does he know about it. So it's like I can just talk shit all I want. Oh, there goes the boost.
Yeah.
But no, with tomorrow the in person, your trial book right now.
You just broke.
I know. I am so pissed at myself.
Where is it? Actually, I need to make sure I leave with that.
It's in the bullpen, and
you tape it. I'll punch you.
Are you sure you want me to tape it? I'll put it in a new binder.
It needs to be in a new binder.
It definitely. There's no way.
I was like, no.
You can't go in there with a janky binder.
But as you were doing it, what made it fall? I literally was like.
I hate myself for that one.
It was like I just watched it. I was like, what am I gonna do?
I've been limited in my mobility because of my bad knee this week.
Oh yeah,
and
your knee caused your hands to not hold the binder.
I didn't turn.
Keep going. Go ahead.
I didn't turn properly.
Excuses?
I didn't turn properly. All right. I don't know what happened. I lost control, and boom, your binder fell. And I'm sorry.
I know. I need that before I go.
No, definitely. And I am so glad that I found the exhibit flash drive. It was just sitting on my desk. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, oh, this got to go there.
Also, I have to bring clear masks to court.
Wait, what?
Masks that are clear. Have a clear mouth portion.
Like a plastic?
Yeah, so it's the obligation of counsel to bring the masks to court for them and their client.
I've never seen a clear mask.
Cool, I have some.
So they just want to be able to see your moving lips, right?
I guess. What do they think you might be playing a recording of what you had to say? Like, I don't know. I don't know the point.
Maybe your two kids, one kid on top of the other kid's shoulder, and you're pretending to be a lawyer.
Yeah, I'm 4 owls in a trench coat. Like, I have no idea. I have no idea. So
But how are you feeling going into tomorrow?
I feel good about it.
I'm talking to you like it's a match. Like, how do you feel about tomorrow's match?
Ding.
Tomorrow's fight.
I feel good about it.
We had a call today coming in, and you're just like, nope.
I was busy. I was in a meeting.
Yeah, you were. You totally were.
I wasn't available to take a call. 10 minutes before 5?
That's not that. Come on.
He already did this to me once on a Friday.
Really?
Yeah, we had spoke at 4:30, and he kept me on the phone. It got to the point, and he kept repeating himself.
Mm-hmm.
It got to the point where I literally had to go, listen, it's 5:15, and I want to go see my own family, and I want to stop talking to you now. You have now repeated yourself and spoken at me for at least the last 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and I don't know what more you want to say on this phone call. Your position is heard. I wrote it down. I typed it up. I touched all the letters on the keyboard.
Yeah.
I was like, no more. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
No mas.
I literally had to be like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I want to go spend time with my family. I didn't know how else to say it. The guy wasn't getting, I was like, okay, well, let me let you go. You know, I understand. I'll communicate it with my client. I hear your position.
And he could have easily emailed you. He could have easily emailed you. You know, he knows the grind of the game. He totally.
Whatever.
Yeah. Maybe it was an emergency. Maybe that's why he was calling at such a late hour of the day, of the business day.
Cool. He could have told my assistant what the emergency was.
Oh, totally.
You don't think so?
100%. And there's so many times that, like, I'll receive a call for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I need to speak with Erin Morse now.
And I'm like, haha, no, you won't.
Everyone constantly.
I'd never get off the phone. We've had 3 different people today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I had a really important rehearing and reconsideration that I had to draft.
Okay.
Okay? And that is like a 6 to 8 hour endeavor because I have to review the whole trial. If you want to do it the right way, right? You got to review all the trial statements. You got to review all the case law. You got to review everything, the testimony, the evidence, the final judgment. I could keep going, but I bet you're already bored.
No, I got a Lex Reset.
Not you.
Oh.
Other people.
Okay.
But you're so important, but we're on like a show here.
Yeah, no, I'm sending you what I just got right now.
Is it what I think it is?
It totally is what you think it is, and I'm just sending it to you right now. I love getting the notifications on my phone. There you go. Oh, but yeah, everyone thinks that everything they have to tell you is an emergency.
Or that I'm the only one who could hear it. Or that what my staff told you isn't what I told them to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I love that one. That one is especially special for me. Because I'm like, no, I told him that.
You really?
Yeah, that happens all the time. You know who it seems to happen a lot with?
With who?
Kyle.
Really?
A lot of times people think what he says must somehow not be true.
I get it. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, Kyle. I love you to death, but I totally get it because he's got a I don't give an F attitude when he's making his point. He's trying to get his point across.
I intentionally use him to communicate certain points because he will communicate them nearly exactly like I said it, and I understand.
I know, but that's the thing. Like, he's such a carbon copy of that attitude when it comes to the phone. Like, you could say, tell him to go, and he'll be like, well, like, he will take that same attitude. So I think that's probably why.
He does put a professional, cupcake on it, but he is to the point.
A professional cupcake?
Yeah. He's professional.
He
I've
is.
never read an email of his and been like rude and over the line, Kyle.
Yeah.
I haven't, but
Kyle.
hey, this is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I often feel like he communicates the point I wanted to make in exactly the way I made it.
Yeah.
So,
Did you get that thing I sent you?
I don't want to look at it. I'm dreading it.
It's
Let me look. Crikey.
it's not that crazy, but at the same time, it's like
Oh.
you know where it's coming from, and I'm sure you'll get a good laugh from it.
You're kidding me. Why?
So that's actually one thing that like the premise of tonight's show is that every time someone reaches out to you, or whether it's by text message, email,
Why is this urgent?
it's an emergency, Aaron. It's an emergency.
The position was communicated by Kyle.
Yeah.
People do not want to accept what he has to say. They don't. Even though I'm like, I gave him verbatim what to tell this person.
Mm-hmm.
Verbatim, word for word. I was like, say this.
I think it's that Midwest accent that he carries that kind of just gets translated like, I don't believe you. It comes off as a snarky, kind of like, it comes off a bit snarky.
Maybe I like it.
Yeah.
Maybe I.
Maybe you want it to be snarky.
He's not unprofessional.
No, not at all. Not one bit. And I'm sure, like, if
I stand behind what he said. I told him to say it. What do you want me to say? Yeah. I feel like that a lot. So that just happened. Kyle communicated a point that was
expressed by you,
expressed by me.
mm-hmm.
This is a problem. I'm gonna make this response. Okay.
Yeah, and I think we're just getting some communication from our. I'm pulling this. Like,
Hold on.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you're literally listening to and watching us work as we speak right now. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I think she just put that person just put two and two together. But no, with that being said, a lot of the times you'll get a phone call, a text message, email, and it's urgent. It's an emergency. And I hate to say it, 9 times out of 10, when you talked with said individual, how many times? Like, no, take that out. Take those odds out. How often is it truly an emergency?
Usually it's not, and I'm going to be honest with you. If it truly is an emergency,
Mm-hmm.
you could tell my staff what the nature of the emergency is. And when they communicate it to me, if I feel like it really is an emergency,
Yeah.
I will jump on the phone.
And she's not.
Unless I'm, not truly unable to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless I'm in court and whatever. And I'm in court pretty often, so that's not dispositive. But if it's truly an emergency, I can have my staff also take some actions. I can give them instructions, even from a hearing or something like that, or mediation or whatever.
Yeah, and I mean, we're the staff here. I mean, we're pretty well knowledged in this area of law, to the point where, like, we will relay every message that comes into this office gets relayed to you, whether it's by email, in person, a paper note, smoke signal. Like, you're getting the message from what's going on a case here at the office. And sometimes, we'll come in and we're like, hey, so and so is on the line. They won't let them get cheese on their cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll be like, okay, hold on, no. They definitely need to have cheeseburgers.
Right.
It's unconstitutional if they can't have cheeseburgers. No, get me on the line right now. Let's file this motion.
I'm going to speak to the police officer.
Exactly.
Right.
And what's your thought process when it comes to, like, is this truly an emergency or not? Like, what are the determining factors for a situation or matter to be considered an emergency in the eyes of an attorney?
Well, an emergency that I think I need to take action on, me personally, right? So I'm going to talk about me and, contact with my office and really reaching out to me. You're at home and your child was taken, right, by the other party, and there's somehow this is wrong or incorrect. Domestic violence situations, really, you shouldn't be calling your lawyer. You should be calling the police, right? Because that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
If your children are in danger or unsafe, you should call the police. If you truly feel like whatever the person with whom you have your child, your co-parent, has done something where the children are unsafe, you should call DCF first and then call me and I can take action.
Yeah.
But the action that I take happens in a courtroom. The courts are open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to actually 4 p.m. and we're open till 5.
Some are 4, some are 4:30.
Yeah. So.
I wish I would have known that the other day when I made that trip over to Orange County.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it was I thought for some odd reason I thought it was 5 o'clock and I got there at 4:36 and they wouldn't let me into the courthouse.
Oh.
That's just a bad planning on my part. Let's see. Blown up. So no, determining and a lot of the times like the client or prospect or whoever is actually reaching out to you anytime past 5 o'clock, like I guess I got to be like in their shoes to kind of like fully understand the situation. But like, what are they expecting to be done after 5 o'clock on a weekday when they're
honestly, it's people who are, I'm going to be honest with you, and this is a really mean thing to say. Oftentimes, depending on the client, but it's that they're self-centered. The only person who is important to them is themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But I need it now. Oh, cool. I don't get a family. I don't get to clock out. I don't get to be a person. No.
It's a bit unfair and a bit unrealistic goal when someone's calling an attorney after hours at to tell them what's going on.
Real fast track way to make me feel frustrated with you in your case.
Mm-hmm.
You think I feel happy about that? You think I would rather take from my family or work? I
No,
don't
of
mean to
course
be
not.
rude, but that's
No, of
not
course
kind to me.
But I mean, it's the nature of the beast, and I feel that we've been using this platform and the podcast to like bring awareness to a lot of people when it comes to like legal proceedings. Like we're not bullshitting you. We're not giving you any false hope. We're not giving you any false information. Like this is how it is. And there are attorneys out there that put on their websites, oh, our lines are 24/7. But realistically,
But that's an answering service.
that's an answering service.
And that's okay.
Totally fine.
We have one too.
Exactly. But at the same time, you have to realize that the courts are closed after 4 o'clock sometimes here in Central Florida, and you really can't get anything done. Like when I worked in criminal, we would get calls. I remember getting a call at 11 o'clock. Hey, my boy just got my husband just got arrested. I need to get him out of jail. Now, in criminal, there are things you can do outside the courtroom to speed things up, like get you in contact with a bondsman, pay the bond, things like that. But you're not going to get a motion filed. You're not going to get anything heard in the next 2 or 3 hours at that point. I mean, you have to use your common sense, folks.
Right.
Yeah. What's from your experience as an attorney all these years, like what has been like one of the craziest emergencies you've ever dealt with?
That was a real emergency?
Yeah. Like Erin.
This was a legitimate emergency with a client who they took the children to Canada.
Wow.
And we had to file an emergency motion over the weekend, which I did. And on Monday, we got the emergency motion granted. And then all of a sudden, the other parent showed back up in the United States. Like, I don't know if it was the filing of that, but he adjusted his plans and he was back here in the United States quickly.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a dumb move on opposing party to take the kids out of the state, especially out of the country, if they don't have permission from the other parent, right?
Right.
And I know you're literally juggling right now, doing 3 things at once, and I'm trying to keep everyone entertained, keep the show going. But
I'm actually like.
You're dealing with an emergency right now, aren't you?
No, I'm ripping someone a new one.
Ooh, I want to see. I have. Is it through where I think it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're still writing. Oh, okay. Anywho, yeah, what's going on right now? I'm not gonna go into detail, of course, because that's just not our style. But sometimes you deal with some not so bright people. And I'm sure it's extremely frustrating as an attorney, as a human being in general, because you're expected to.
Negative consequences. Oh. I don't understand why. You don't have to understand. You have to accept it.
Yeah, but you've been explaining for the past week. But their lack of preparation isn't your emergency, right?
It isn't. It isn't. This particular person really messed up her case.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you've dealt with cases where the party has screwed up their case, and you come in there,
Bad.
with the fix it Felix, right? Yeah, fix it Felix, and you fixed up multiple cases.
I think it's Bob the Builder.
I was going on Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm going with fix it Felix. But yeah, Bob the Builder, he's cool people, so I don't quarrel with him. But with that being said, you've got to have the patience of a saint, Aaron. You really do. Because I know you will get frustrated on certain things, and just the handling of the situation itself is you have the patience of a saint. That's all I'm going to say. But as Erin finishes up what she's dealing with right now, I got a couple of questions for you from the listeners and some new people that came up, and they're a bit all over the place. But do you think you can answer one while you?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I can.
Here's a simple one. What does an attorney on record mean for the opposing party?
What does attorney of record mean for the opposing party? It's
Yeah.
a good thing. I would rather have an opposing party.
What are the benefits of that?
The benefits are that we can work together and we follow the law and we don't have to worry about the court giving too much deference to a pro se party because they don't understand. Sometimes that can be frustrating and that can delay the process. So I would rather have an attorney on the other side, because when there's an attorney on the other side, I can be like, you're supposed to know the law, you're a lawyer. Whereas sometimes a pro se litigant will go, well, I didn't know, I'm not a lawyer, have mercy on me. And the courts will give them a little bit of flexibility, but it can slow down the process. It doesn't create an ultimate ruling, but it does slow down the process.
Yeah. So yeah, with any legal proceeding, it's best to have an attorney at your side, because unless you went to school and you graduated law school and you're licensed by the Florida Bar, you really may not know what your rights really are.
Well, I don't know what to do in a criminal case.
Fair.
I sure don't know what to do in a personal injury case.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know what to do in a medical malpractice case. So just because you went to law school doesn't mean you know either, right? So that's no dig. There are plenty of areas of law where I wouldn't know what to do. It's not what I practice. It's not where my knowledge is.
Yeah. But there have been instances where you've done your research and you've dove in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not everyone's Aaron Morse. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Are you still answering?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She doesn't stop.
All right, let me bring it up the next question as you're dealing with what you're dealing with right now. My husband filed divorce paperwork in Georgia the same day I filed in Orange County. Who has the venue at that point?
Where if you're divorced, yeah, where the marriage was last intact.
Okay.
But Georgia has a law where he's entitled to get his divorce. So you're going to have to speak to a Georgia lawyer about that.
So does Georgia trump Florida, in a sense?
No, but they have their own laws. And if you're entitled to at least get your marriage dissolved there.
Are there any benefits when it comes to being the respondent or the petitioner?
I don't think so. Not in a divorce case.
Okay.
There are some. I can make some arguments, but not really.
Okay. So it really wouldn't matter at that point.
No. Because you can counter petition and it has equal weight.
Okay. Oh, they understand.
Good. My next response, they understand. My next response was going to be like, there's no more to discuss regarding this matter, and further responses will not be had.
You should have just ended with good day.
I said good day. That's how I felt.
I know you did. Oh, there's the
Nope.
but. There's the
Nope.
but.
Nope.
Don't give in.
I said what I said.
You said good day.
Good day.
The next one. My son caught his mom doing drugs on his Snapchat, the nasal kind.
Nasal kind.
Could that be used if he published it on his story? I screen recorded the whole thing.
Yeah.
So as long as it's out there publicly, then it could be used in a courtroom. But if he were to record it without the mother's knowledge for his personal use.
I'd get a guardian ad litem.
Okay.
And have the guardian ad litem communicate that this exists.
So it would depend if the...
She posted it on her social media, and it was a screen grab or screen recording of what was on her social media.
on the
be
son's
fine.
social media.
On anyone's social media. If they,
Oh.
if they're, yeah. If it
Okay.
ended up on social media, it ended up on social media.
Gotcha. So just be careful with what gets put out on social media.
How about don't do that shit in front of your kid?
Yeah, I mean, yo, you gotta be buck wild to be doing that. Oh, geez, never
Have a
mind.
major addiction problem.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for that question, and hopefully your wife gets some help. Next one. If I live in Orlando, but I got my divorce in Miami, do I have to get a lawyer in Miami for some property issues?
If your property issues are related to the dissolution and you need enforceability powers, I recommend getting an attorney local to that area. But no, you don't have to.
It would just be more convenient.
Probably, yeah.
A lot of times when cases get filed, in crazy faraway counties. I mean, with COVID, it's been easier.
Like
'cause
Clay County?
Clay County. Yeah, thank you. You knew where I was going with that one, didn't you?
Whatever, I won on all issues.
All right, next one coming up is, where is it? My ex just transferred to Europe. I know that he will be making a lot more money. Can I go to court to modify child support?
Yes.
Without question, they just
Ongoing jurisdiction.
You
If continued jurisdiction to modify and enforce the provisions of this final judgment.
because there's a change to the income, there
Cha-
now has to be a change into the child support.
There doesn't have to be, but you are entitled to a modification.
And I know the euro is more than $1, right?
I think it fluctuates, but right now, yes.
Okay. No, I'm sorry, bro. She will have to go to court to get that modified. Let's
Yeah.
see. Has there been any more communication? You're not going to answer, are you?
I'm not answering that. I said good day. Sometimes that is my most powerful voice, is that I'm like, don't respond to that. I said what I said just because, you don't have to. I say that all the time, that's why he's laughing. I said what I said.
Yeah.
Don't provide another response, because this like back and forth email type of instant messaging it's like toxic.
Yeah.
Right? And attorneys are really guilty of engaging in that kind of toxicity. And they're like, but, and one last thing. Like, I don't, okay. I filed.
No, I remember when you didn't respond during COVID. That's why.
Lost their minds.
Yeah, they thought
Everybody loses
everyone
their
was losing their
minds.
minds right there.
You don't respond to one message and everybody loses their minds. I just, there are a lot of things where I'm like, we made our point, and
Yeah.
I don't think that I need to really keep on this,
And I mean,
respond and respond and respond and respond,
I feel like with all due respect, like you don't want to repeat yourself. Like I think that's like.
Oh, I don't.
That's one of your pet peeves.
It is a pet peeve of mine. I don't like repeating myself. or when someone repeats themselves over and over to me, it makes me feel like they think they could manipulate me. Or if they ask me again, they'll get a different answer. And I call people out on it all the time. I'm like, you said that twice in this conversation. Do you intend to say it again? I'll let you say it again, but I'm not responding again. That one happens to me a lot. I'm like, I heard you say that. Nobody knows how to respond when I do that. This is how I like to handle it. I heard you say that.
Now I feel like under pressure just by you saying that to me. I feel like I need to come up with a better response now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Don't repeat yourself. I don't like it. Because it feels like you think that, I don't know, I'm dumb.
Like they're questioning your intelligence because they're trying to outsmart you with a simple question.
Or they think that if they say it again, it's the same idea of, instead of improving your argument, you just get louder.
Oh.
That's what I feel like it's the equivalent of.
The one pet peeve when it comes to someone talking to me about anything is when they say, "Do you see what I'm saying?" at the end of every sentence. That for me, it is the worst thing. Where I've actually had to tell people, I'm like, do you think I'm incapable of comprehending what you're saying to me right now? Like, what do you mean? You keep asking me, do you see what I'm saying? Do I see what you're saying after every effing sentence? And yeah, I've had to hang up on people sometimes because they just wouldn't stop with that crap.
Yeah, I don't care for it at all. I find that like really, or again, people who just kind of like, I don't like it. Or ask me the same question that I already answered. I will ask them if they remember what I said. That's the other one. I'm like, do you remember you asked me this question already today?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what did I say?
I really try to, and mind you, I've worked with you for going on 2 years right now.
Yeah.
I still sometimes like, do I need to go talk to her? Do I need to go talk to her? Like I literally ask myself that like 3 or 4 times before I leave my office, or even like I ask myself 2 times before I even message it to you, because
you guys don't bother me at all.
yeah, I know we don't. I definitely know we don't bother you, but to an extent, we definitely bother the hell out of you every day.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's how else are we going to communicate and get shit done? So I love that I have a hearing tomorrow, and that client is sending me emails today at 5:27. No respect.
No respect. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. My child's mother is always 30 to 60 minutes late in dropping off our kids. But if I am even 5 minutes late, she's ready to file a motion. Do I have any rights?
No. Ignore what they say. Do like I did. Cool. I heard you say that. This is my new one that I like. You should write that down on a piece of paper and put it in your own pocket.
What do you mean? What?
When someone is like, I'm going to file a motion. Brr. Okay, write that down on a piece of paper and put it in your own pocket.
So...
Like, I don't give a shit. That's a really nice way to say I don't give a shit.
Okay.
You should write that down and put it in your own pocket. It's like, shove it up your ass. That's a diplomatic way to say.
So with that said, like he wouldn't have any rights or any course of action with dealing with her tardiness or lateness.
Do you really want to pay me like $2,000 about 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Do you?
I had someone who I knew for quite a while.
What do you think the court is going to do? Okay, so let's kind of go through a thought experiment. Let's pretend like you're the client. Let's play this back and forth.
All right.
You come to me. You tell me this story.
Yeah, Erin, I have to wait almost an hour every time for her to show up to pick up the kids.
You do, yeah. What does your parenting plan have a limitation on if someone shows up 30 minutes late?
No, it says that she has to pick up the kids on this day at 5:00.
What if I were to take this to court? What do you want me to ask the court to do?
For her to be on time to pick up the kids.
You think that a court order telling her to be on time is going to result in her being on time?
I mean, it's eating into her time with the kids, and it's wasting time with me and the kids in a car. It does sound petty, but
Yeah, it feels petty.
it
So, it feels petty.
feels so petty.
I have
feel,
conversations that look like this. I do. I will
feel
do this.
so petty making
So-
this argument.
So I know. So if I do this to you, this is because I'm trying to let you know, and I'm trying to help pull you out of that petty feeling. Hopefully, that's my hope.
Yeah.
So here's the other thing that we could do, right?
Okay.
Because sometimes people don't realize that it's petty until someone's like, "Doesn't it feel petty now when I say it to you?" So maybe I would offer to him, if we file a motion to make some kind of a change to your parenting plan. Like, how about if instead of picking up directly from the parents, we file a motion asking that exchanges happen at school?
Oh, okay.
Then you don't have to worry about it, school or daycare.
So what's the word? A compromise.
A compromise. It's going to be easier for you and her. You don't even have to talk to her or deal with her. I try in every way that I can when I'm preparing parenting plans to make pickup of the children happen directly from school or daycare. Right?
Yeah.
Because then they're not going, "Hey, 5 minutes late, we're going to file a motion. She's 30 minutes late, but I don't file a motion. See how good of a person I am?" Well, here you are on the phone with me. You're not that good of a person. And I'm not, honestly, I do understand why this is stressful. I get it. I hear you. But maybe there's some other solution we can do to stop this from even having to be a conversation or a thought that you have to have. I don't think that us filing a motion in the court going, "Be on time, Mrs. Schmo, or else I'm gonna tell you again." You know what I mean? It's maybe we can see if we can adjust your pickup drop-off times to being directly from school. That'd probably be a better solution, is just remove this from being a thing that you guys have to talk to each other and deal with each other about in its entirety.
But it's kind of sad that, like, gentleman has to deal with the wasting of the time there, and then she blows up in his face when it's vice versa.
No one made you get her pregnant. No one made you do it. It's not fair to me. I have to deal with this. You know who it's not fair to?
Who's it not fair to?
Your fucking kids. That's who this isn't fair to.
100% fair. We've been getting some more, what do you call it? Oh God, commotion over our memes that we throw out into the social media world. But the one that
Those are our collaborative brainchild.
yes,
Sometimes he comes to me with an empty meme and he's like, what can I say in this? I'm like, I got it.
yeah,
Just because you want the judge to know doesn't mean the judge cares. There's so much of that goes on. I want my day in court.
and sometimes
Cool.
yeah, good for you.
If you want, I'll just record you. And then I'll put it on the internet. That's what we can do. If you want your day to say what you need to say, that's another one. Write that down.
I will have to do that one later because I don't have. Well, I have a freaking computer in front of me. I could totally write it down. But I was bringing up the meme that we went out with today. Let me put this up on the big screen, and let me remove that. And it's basically the you two weren't married when the kid was born. You don't have parental rights, with the father responding, but I'm the father. That's my kid. I have rights. And I feel like you've made this you make this argument all the time.
Yeah.
With consults that call in wanting to I bought that kid a pair of diapers. I should see him. I have rights.
I want credit in my child support for the sneakers I bought. Don't say it. Do not say it. Don't say it.
I'm not saying it. I'm thankful that you said it the way you said it.
I'm good.
You are great with
I'm
that.
good. I'm good. I belong to being a lawyer.
Thank you. Oh, but oh God, it would have been so perfect if we could have said it like that. But it is what it is. But
I think the diapers makes the point well.
it does. It totally does. So thank you so much for that question. As we're winding down, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions left. And are you still dealing with our client for tomorrow?
Now text messaging me directly.
Oh no! to your personal cell phone. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't do that.
Come on.
Is it really an emergency? Is it really an emergency?
It was like a week ago.
But they didn't take advantage of the time that you gave them.
Fortunately, now there's a conflict.
I'm sorry. I'm literally just thinking that South Park meme. Oh, we're sorry. Oh, that's too. No, all right, stop it. I sound like a bully. Move on to the next question.
Your wife.
Your wife has. My wife has a job offer in Japan, but neither the kids nor myself want to relocate. She would make more money and has threatened divorce if I don't go. What can actually happen? I feel like she's got him by the balls at that point.
I mean, this is your wife. There's nothing I can do until there's a dissolution action.
Do you feel like does she have the upper hand at this point? Because like
That depends on how he feels.
what would be factors at that point there where she would?
I would think that she doesn't have the upper hand because she can't leave with the children.
Mm-hmm.
But unless he stops her, she can because they're married.
There's actually a question coming up that it would relate to what you just said right there.
So if you don't have a divorce, is it illegal to sell drugs? You should just bring them to the police station. You could ask them.
I love you, Bobby.
That's where they figure out what's illegal and what's not. So just drop them off by there, and they'll certainly help you out figuring this question.
Exactly. Bring
Okay.
them activated. Like
Yeah, I don't do criminal law, so the best person to ask is the police at the police station with the contraband that you have in question.
come on, Bobby. You throw that question out there. You damn well deserve that attitude right there.
And let me know how it goes.
Yeah. Then we'll send you another lawyer for that one.
We'll send you another lawyer. I got a couple really good ones. Shout out to Michael Barber.
Oh, I love that little redheaded dude. He's awesome.
Oh, he's helping us with that one case with the guy we love.
Really?
You know the one we love.
Yeah. Oh.
Totally wrongful garbage that he's dealing with.
Wait, was he the one who gave the compliment? The text message that you screenshot me?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was
it.
Lyle Mason, who's also great.
Oh.
He is. But Michael Barber's helping out one of our very beloved clients. And I want to thank him for it because he's a client that I really care about. I do. He's such a good person. Anytime, Bobby.
No, I've had the pleasure of working with Mike Attorney Barber multiple times early in my legal career.
Damn good too.
He really is, and he's such a team player. Like, my one attorney would literally call me at 6:30 in the morning and be like, "I really don't want to go to work today. Can you find coverage?" And he knew what he was doing. He knew damn well that I could run across to the courthouse. And because he would throw me to all these galas, all these social events, and I knew every attorney, so I'd be like, "Hey, could you ask for a continuance for us? Hey, could you do this?" That? You have no idea how many times that would happen to me.
Barber's so great.
And Barber 9 times out of 10, oh, for him, definitely, I got you.
Barber will make it happen.
Always. Aspire is a drug. Oh, Jesus, Bobby, stop it.
I told you to bring it to the police station and ask them.
Next question coming up. Could a judge put an order to have my ex get a different car? He just bought a Jeep that has no doors. Is that even safe? Our kids are 9 and 12.
If you want the judge to do something about it, you better find evidence that it's not.
But could you file I know I've asked this before.
I think I could. I could file a motion to enforce a safety provision of the final judgment of the parenting plan, acting in the best interest of the minor child, that it isn't safe. And he bought a Jeep that has no doors, but you can get doors for a Jeep. So the court could just order that when riding with the children, he has doors. So the compromise is probably going to be like, don't have any unsafe activities with the children.
Yeah. So this comment just
And
came.
you better come forward with a picture of it too, because if you say it, he's gonna go to court and go, "No, I didn't."
Bobby just put this comment up. I
Ruthless.
I don't know how.
He's like, he's a nice fella.
He's a cool dude.
I don't have any interaction with him. He doesn't do family.
Yeah, I've met him one time, and he seems like an all-out cool dude.
Yeah, you looked right down at him and said hello. I could not help it. Stop right now. Move on.
Moving forward. Thank you. So yeah, you could file a motion to tell him to get a safer car.
Not get a safer car. Get the doors.
Get the doors.
You can't really tell someone to get a safer car. It would be don't drive with the children in a car that is unsafe. It's different. Don't tell people what to do. You can tell them what they can't do.
So Bobby, I love that you're interacting with us. And I'm going to put this question up because this is actually a legit question. What is the law concerning being asked for ID? He had sent the correction on the next one, but asking for an ID, being asked for ID by law enforcement.
I'm not a criminal lawyer.
She said it before, Bobby.
I keep telling you, stop asking me criminal laws. Call Barber.
Barber.
Call
Michael Barber.
Lyle Mason.
There's a lot of great criminal attorneys here in Orlando that would be.
They have podcasts. Comment on. Ask me a family law question about kids or divorces or baby mamas.
Yeah. If the mother of my child and I have no custody agreement and I take my child from a family friend, is it kidnapping?
You picked up your child from somebody who is not the mother of your child? No, it's not kidnapping.
Okay. Yes, Bobby, family stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. So it's not considered kidnapping if they are with a family friend.
Right.
Okay, so if they were with, let's say,
But you're going to cause some shit. And if you don't have a custody agreement, get one so that you have the superior rights.
407-900-7451, the law office.
If you haven't learned your lesson, it is dangerous not to have one of these court orders for when things like this come up.
Yeah.
It really is. It's not dangerous when it's not a problem, which is why you should file when it's not a problem. Because when you're trying to fix some type of emergency situation that isn't an emergency because emergencies are life or limb, you can't get into court fast enough.
So I just realized what that meaning was today. Life and limb. And I understood
The immediate loss of life or limb.
the immediate loss of life or limb. And I'm like, oh, yeah. 7 years, so many years later, I finally put two and two together.
This happens a lot, where it's like phrases I say all the time, then I explain them, and you're like, oh my God.
Sometimes I'm just either too literal or too dumb.
Or it's just like a common phrase, so you don't really worry about, you know what it means, so you don't really worry about how it was derived. It's probably the same in the law, where you're not really worried about certain Latin phrases. You're like, I don't know what that means. Specifically, I know that it means, yeah. Like no pros.
Mm-hmm.
You mean,
I
you know
definitely
that
know that
means dismiss with prejudice.
Without prejudice, right?
With
prejudice?
With.
No pros. No pros. Okay.
Yeah. No process.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Makes sense.
With prejudice.
Aw.
You're welcome.
Sorry, Bobby. Really?
Again.
Don't have any family law questions. Well,
Get someone pregnant. I'll help you. I'm sure there are a lot of takers.
There was a meme I saw.
You saw a meme?
It was right above the condom section at Walgreens.
There was a meme in Walmart?
It had this sticker on it saying, "You got her pregnant. What did you expect having sex without a condom? A plasma TV?" Just encouraging safe sex. And
What's cheaper, these or diapers?
yeah, diapers are expensive
They are expensive.
and they're dirty.
Once used.
Yes. So we're down to our last two, and
Whoop, whoop.
Let's see.
Wow, we're already at an hour.
We're doing.
It's been a long time.
You
with
were
that
working.
person.
You were working, and okay.
I
If
do that a lot. I can't stop working. I can't turn my laptop off. It's why we try to have these at a separate place.
Yeah.
So that I stop working.
I mean, I don't mind going back to your place on Thursdays if you want to get out of here earlier.
I'm married. If I transfer money from a separate premarital account to a marital account, does that make if you transfer money from your premarital account to the marital account, does it make the source account marital? No. It makes the funds which were transferred to the marital account, they'll have converted to marital. It really was a joke.
Yeah.
He's very good friends with my husband.
Yeah. No, I love how Dee Dee just tells you what she would be doing in regards to like her emotions or her actions. Like we'll say something funny in the office or something crazy will happen and she'll just be like screaming, dying.
Entirely straight face. She's like, I'm screaming.
And nothing against Dee Dee. Nothing against
No,
Dee Dee.
it actually makes it so much more funny.
It really does.
It really does. Like the comedic timing is on point. I love it.
And I actually found myself using that like the other night where I was at a dinner and someone had just said something extremely funny and I'm just like dying. I'm like, oh crap.
I know that the phrase screaming has been around, obviously, plenty of time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm old, so. But now whenever I see it, I literally have Dee Dee's face in my mind and the way she delivers it. And when someone says it, I find it funny for that reason.
What you mean you'll try and smile a little more? You're smiling constantly.
No, you do smile, but when you say screaming, you say it with such a straight face. I figured it was your intent because it was really fun. It was funny. I thought it was like part of the delivery. I
Exactly.
was like, yeah.
It's like she's matching wits with Kyle's delivery.
Oh, Kyle is so funny. I'm sorry, but he was a good match for this office.
Totally. All right, so as we're coming down to our last question, if you would ever like to set up a consultation with attorney or Erin Morse or any of the attorneys here at the law office of Erin Morse, 407-900-7451, or check out our website morse-firm.com. If you don't want to talk to Dee Dee, you can just do it online. Click on consultation, type in your information.
Screaming.
Stop. Just stop, Erin.
It's funny.
And you're able to schedule. You'll have access to the attorney's calendar and pick the date and time that you would like to come in. Of course, with her availability as well.
That's right.
And her response, it is totally easy. Go to more-firm.com to schedule your consultation today with one of our attorneys. But she does say everybody wants to talk to her. And as we are wrapping up, the last question coming in. My daughter lives with her mom in New Jersey. I live in Florida. My case is handling by Asume. How can I transfer my case to Florida? So that, do you know what that is?
No.
Okay. So Asume is the Puerto Rico child support, like kind of like DOR here. So if the case is if all that's being held by Asume, then because I remember dealing with these at a previous firm and they were always later, Bobby, we love you, talk to you soon.
Thanks, Bobby.
And it was always like a transfer of venue when it comes to that. I'm not giving legal advice, but I'm just remembering
That's what other attorneys have done, and that was advice you had received in the past by an attorney, right? Got it.
Copy and paste.
Right.
You got it.
You're gonna have a hard time. The problem is you could get the transfer, but you probably won't get it transferred to Florida because Florida isn't gonna have jurisdiction over why they want to collect for you. Probably would be easier to have it transferred to where the recipient is. So, but if she were to file a case, the recipient, the mom, with the Department of Revenue either in Florida or New Jersey, that would likely pull it over.
Okay.
But the Department of Revenue is like – services that are provided, like state services, and generally Florida's not going to want to provide state-funded services to a resident of New Jersey.
Screw New Jersey.
So New Jersey might. New Jersey might be willing to, but it probably is and should be initiated by mom. That might be the easiest way.
Fair.
It's going to be complicated too, right? And there's a high likelihood that they're both going to start taking child support. That's happened before. I have a case where it's across 3 different states.
Ooh.
2 in the southwest, in the southwest, and Florida. They don't live in any of the states who are performing collections.
I feel so validated.
I'm Florida counsel, and I'm trying to coordinate with 3 states, none of which my client's a resident of.
Well, you tend to pull fucking miracles. Oh, we were lost to boost. You do pull some miracles. And
I get creative.
you really do. And with all that said, once again, if you would like to schedule a consultation, 407-900-7451, or check out our website, morse-firm.com. Erin, as we are closing out, what are your final thoughts?
Don't let your son use cups you have saved for a party to build a fort. Because that just happened. I received that text message.
Okay, thank you. Good night.